Hello. I want to talk about the more negative side of having autism. I saw this one video complaining about how this person hates how autism is turned into people thinking it's just like a quirky thing. And I'm not going to be as harsh as that video, but I do want to talk about it and kind of add my story, my thoughts and opinions. For the gameplay, I have Far Far West. It just came out. It's a lot of fun. It's very similar to Helldivers and Deep Rock Galactic, but I've never played Deep Rock Galactic, so yeah. Anyway, starting off, when I was very young, when I was in preschool and going into elementary school, it took me much longer to learn things. I preferred to play alone, and I felt very different from the other kids. I didn't like bright lights and loud things. I have this very specific memory of when the fifth graders would come in and read to us. One day, there was a presentation thing that they had in the cafeteria, and the teacher knew that I didn't like loud things, so the teacher had me see the presentation in the office. I mostly played alone at recess when I was young. I did have friends, but to be honest, those friends, especially for the rest of elementary school, were also kind of considered the weirdos in elementary school. Specifically, the memories are just coming back of just people making fun of me or thinking I was weird, and always thinking, why do they make fun of me but not the other people? I'm not gonna I can say names. This is like years ago. There's this kid, his name was Aiden. He was really weird. And I just remember being like, why don't they make fun of you? It's so, I remember thinking that. That unfortunately just wound up being the case throughout middle school, Or I said middle school. I meant to say elementary school, but it is true for middle school as well. It got much worse in 6th grade. 7th and 8th were much better, but especially 6th grade, I was bullied, dude. I was made fun of, and it was not a fun time at all. Ever since I was in kindergarten, I always felt this disconnect between me and everyone else, and I don't know how to describe it. You just feel different, and you know it, and everyone knows it too. I remember in first grade being like, why does the teacher treat me different? Why does the teacher buy me stuff that other students don't get? Why am I the one always getting extra help for things? I guess moving on from when I was younger, I struggle with sensory stuff. It's really bad. I don't like being inside of cars. At all. I don't like the feeling of the chair. I don't like the feeling of the car moving. And I especially do not like seatbelts. I hate the way that they feel on my neck and just my torso. I hate it. And cars are so essential to our society, and I just hate it so much. I never liked tags in the back of my shirt. I don't like wearing jeans. There's a reason why I'm always wearing pajamas around the house. I don't like the smell of cooking, or the smell of cleaning stuff. There have been times where I have just went to sleep so I could just skip the cooking smell, or I just get under covers, that is also the case for when it's super sunny outside and it's too bright. I literally cover my eyes because I don't like it. To so many people it's not a big deal, but to me and people similar to me, it is a big deal. There's a reason why I prefer staying up at night compared to the day. And I imagine people being like, oh, that's probably you train yourself to be like this. Even when I had a normal sleep schedule from back in the day to when I was really young, I never liked it when it was super, super bright outside. Repetitive routine. Again, people are not going to understand this, and I've heard people have meltdowns about this. And I don't think I ever had meltdowns from this. Maybe I have, but people do not understand. If something changes in my routine, it bothers me. Sometimes changes in routine just kind of happen naturally and they don't bother me, but most of the times it bothers me. If I'm playing a game that I don't usually play, I listen to a song I don't usually listen in. I listen to a song I usually don't listen to. Maybe I change like the wallpaper on my phone or something. Like I hate it. It bothers me. It bothers me a ton. And it's why I don't like to rearrange my room. I don't like it whenever like the house gets rearranged. You know what I mean? Because it's something I have to get used to. Just big changes or small changes in routine. It bothers me a ton. And I have to kind of accept the fact that people don't understand that. Like, it's one thing where it's like, oh, it's out of your control. Yeah, sure. But like, things change all the time. People might not like, okay, they say people don't like change, but what do they mean by that? Are we talking about big changes and like things that people are used to, or are we talking about small changes? Like, oh, I'm listening to a song I don't usually listen to. You know, like even getting a new thing. Like, let's say you get something for your birthday. You know, you get a new game or a new console or whatever. You know, your birthday coming up. As much as it's exciting, it means change is coming. Some type of change is coming, and just bothers me tremendously. And the last thing, and this is just arguably the biggest one, and that's just how other people treat you. Growing up, and even to this day, it's like everyone knows that there's something different about you. You know it, everyone else knows it. I'm not trying to make it sad, but like when I was younger, I always sympathized with this one scene from the movie Home, I think. I never liked that movie, but there's this one scene where the main character walks into a room and everyone's like, oh my God, like this guy is here, like go away, right? Like I always sympathize with that because I'd be like, what did I ever do? Right? Okay, so I'm editing. I don't know how I didn't mention this, but I've had multiple people in my life lie about our friendship. I remember this one specific person who just one day just started acting weird and making fun of me and just making the stance clear that like we're no longer friends. And I don't know what the hell I did. Even to this day, I'm like, I'm not gonna ruminate on something that happened so long ago. But yeah, I don't know what the hell I did. You know, he just started acting really mean and just, yeah. I've, like I said, been bullied. You know, it was really bad in middle school, but just in general, bullied and made fun of. And I'm glad that things are much different these days when it comes to different things like FNAF, because back in the day it was not cool to be a fan of that. It wasn't cool to be into these different like fandom spaces. I don't want to completely paint my past as just all negative and all bad, because it wasn't all negative and all bad. There were lots of great memories and friends I had and stuff like that, but now that I'm older, I'm going to be 20 next month. I don't feel 20 at all. You know, I've been told all my life, like, oh, you act so mature for your age. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. That's great. But it's like when you were a kid, you were seen as so, like, mature for your age. And then now that you're older, you're seen as so immature for your age in a way. Obviously, I'm super weird, right? I'm in the furry fandom, of course. It's definitely something that still weighs on me, you know, like negative thoughts and this feeling of having to like prove this imaginary person, like, oh, look at me, I'm normal, I'm doing normal things, I'm playing normal things, I'm watching normal things. This is what people my age do, right? Am I cool yet? Right? And it's like, yeah, but after this, you're gonna play something or watch something that people consider cringy, you know, just, I don't know, whatever. It's negative thoughts, you know. Alienation is definitely the worst of it all.